also going to reveal what our followers, our sippers, yes, I forgot we used the word sippers, what our sippers had to say about it.
Okay.
So this is such a great thing that you're on the show because I just actually came back from Denver. So it was like my whole trip was to go see one of my favorite rappers and to experience, the edibles and going to a dispensary. So I was like, that was the last place that I had to talk myself into, because I went by myself. So I had to talk myself out of the hotel room. Like, you paid $100
to go in a dispensary.
to go on this dispensary tour. So go. And it was cool because the people that other people on the tour, they was very friendly. So it wasn't like I was by myself. And they took us on a bus, so we were allowed to drink and we were allowed to smoke. Nobody drove or anything like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we went around the city and we smoked, and they took us to different beer dispensaries too. So it was an interesting trip. And it makes me so excited for when Jersey
opens up.
Really, really opens up all the creative things that we can come up with. Yeah. All right, so let's start. TJ, are we good? You was recording? Okay. That's what's up.
You want that Wawa put in the picture?
It kind of has to be because...
Oh, yeah, so yeah, we want that picture.
I'll switch. I have a toothache. The only thing that's helping me is water right now. All right. Tonight we are, hey guys, we're not ignoring you. Anybody who comes on, we're not ignoring you, but we recording. And we're happy to have High Maintenance here with us. She's going to be discussing her products, her services. If you missed the show, remember you can always find us on YouTube, Sip and Discuss. Catch up on all our past episodes. All right. I'm about to call you Lita. I ain't never called you Lita
Ever.
a day in my
Day
life.
in your life.
All right, you ready?
Sound like Mike.
This is Sip and Discuss. I am Michelle Mosley.
And I'm Carlita Hunter.
And this is a talk show for Black and brown folks.
A safe space for us to express ourselves.
And discuss topics that matter to us.
Zero judgments.
No judgment zone. And tonight we have with us a special guest. This is High Maintenance. You are the owner of High Maintenance. What's
correct.
And right. What is your name?
Ashley.
Yeah. Ashley is the owner of High Maintenance. Now that would have been real fun. This is High Maintenance. Okay, so if you ever wanted to get an idea of what
High maintenance look like.
But no, that is the name of your company. So for anyone who's never heard of High Maintenance or doesn't know, they just see and hear the name. What exactly do you provide the services?
So the services I provide are events, edibles, and a lifestyle. So I make very strong edibles, in various different forms. So we try to be creative. So we do everything from wine, liquors like Casamigos, Hennessy, even did some Jack Daniels custom order for someone. We do cakes for birthdays.
Yes. I have a story about this cake, y'all.
We do cakes for birthdays, gummies, and we also do skincare that is infused as well. So like shea butter, soap, all kind of things that help with muscle relaxation, body aches, and just generally just feeling good.
What about your nerves? Is
Yeah.
it for your nerves? I got toothache right now.
Well, you should have told me. I would have bought you something, but the wine does help.
Okay.
Because of the high amount of THC and CBN.
Okay. So, how did you come up with the name for High Maintenance?
I also design t-shirts, so I made a design one day and I had put it on a t-shirt and it said High Maintenance and then with a little marijuana leaf on the top, and I went to vent at our event and I had that shirt on, and one of the curators of that event were like, high maintenance, high maintenance,
Yeah,
high maintenance.
yeah,
And that was
yeah.
when I was another company. And so he like just insisted that we were high maintenance. So I was like, you know what? When we became a new when we became a new company, I was like, you know what? That's the name we're gonna choose.
Nice, nice.
So I just want to know, like, was this pre-pandemic or during pandemic or after pandemic?
It was about 4 months pre-pandemic, right? Or was it? No, no. It's hard to say. Huh? Yeah, we've been doing it for years, but when we kind of like organized into like an official company, it was post-pandemic, like just as the pandemic started.
Right on time, kind of. Right? What you say?
We're always curious about how did the pandemic, did it help your business?
In a lot of ways, it did help. There was a need. People really, really wanted to get out safely, and at the time there was like not a lot of places willing to provide a space for people to feel comfortable and also like follow social distancing guidelines. So our first event that we hosted, we had masks available for everyone. The tables were like 9 feet apart. We had the chairs, the little like tall cocktail tables. And we had those spaced out. You remember?
Oh, you were at that event.
That was my event.
Oh, okay. And you know what? I got a free edible that time, and I never ate it. That one, the first time, like I never ate it because I was scared, and I'm a full-time Uber and Lyft driver, so and I was going to work later, so I was like, and so it didn't set for so long, I ended up just throwing it in the trash. But I had her edible, so now I'm glad that I did go with my first instinct.
And not took it.
Yes, because let me tell y'all something. First of all, so when I seen high maintenance on Instagram, I was always curious, like, what is this? And I've met other people that do edibles, and I've had conversations with people around here about people who do edibles, and we always compare notes, and we're always just like, yeah, that wasn't an edible. Like, I don't know what they selling. Like, it's not, Nikki, I was supposed to go to Nikki's birthday party, and something ended up happening, and I didn't go. Long story short, Nikki, I'm sorry, I don't even need to put her business out there like that, but she gave me a slice of her cake, and she says, Michelle, do not eat it until you get home. And I was like, why? You had some? She's like, I didn't have it, but I heard it strong, and she said, you don't know how you're going to react to it, so don't do it. Well, I had an hour ride home, so I was bored. So I took a little piece. I was like, I'm going to just do a little piece, because it won't probably be that strong. Let me tell y'all something right now. So my feet had, this story sounds crazy, but my feet had been swelling up for the past couple weeks. And they would just swell up out of the blue, and my shoes would be tight. So I go to Wawa on this way home after eating a little bit of this cake. It's probably like a half an hour in now. I go to Wawa, and I'm hungry now. I want something to eat. So I'm like, let me get me something to eat. But I drive with my shoes off. I know that's bad.
So do I.
So I have these high heels on, the Steve Madden kind of pointy in the front, and I put my shoes on, and I'm like, damn, my feet swelled up again. These shits are so fucking tight. It's taking me forever to get out the car because now I'm high, but I don't even realize that I'm high. But you realize afterwards, because you realize how long it took you to get out the car, you start to just realize, like, why are you diddling in the car? You're here to go to Wawa. Go to Wawa. So I'm like, oh God, I'm a little bit high. I get in there, and I feel like everybody's fucking looking at me. And then I'm like, why the fuck do my feet feel like this? These shits are horrible. This lady, I'm waiting for my sandwich, she looks me up and down, And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know I look cute or whatever. Y'all, I got back in the car and someone was like, Michelle, I think your shoes is on the wrong feet. I said, no! I'm literally talking to myself and I'm scared at this point. Because I'm like, no, my shoes cannot be on the wrong feet.
Like a toddler.
Yes. So I'm like, take your shoes off and try to put them on. And I'm like, at this point, I'm scared.
Why?
Because I'm scared if my feet is on the wrong foot.
Why? Her feet is on the wrong foot.
I mean, my shoes. So, I fucking take the I'm so slow. And
I cannot deal
I'm
with her
so
right now.
slow
I cannot deal with
and
her
moving
right
my
now.
feet. And I take and I put the shoes on the right feet.
And you feel better.
And I'm sitting in the car, just mortified. And I'm sitting there thinking, thank God I wasn't in Pleasantville or Atlantic City or Brigantine
Where somebody knew
or
you at.
Northfield. Thank God I was in 30 minutes outside of Philly. I don't know none of them. That's all I could keep telling myself all day. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I kept saying, I'm not going to tell nobody. I'm not going to tell nobody this happened. I said, that fucking edible. So I had to tell my sisters, I was like, yo, I had an edible today. First of all, excuse me, I'm still high. Because this was like around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I'm talking to y'all at 8. And yes, I'm still high. But it was really a great experience. I didn't pay for it, but being someone who's paid for something in the past,
and have that same type of effect.
yes, you know what I mean.
You can appreciate
yes,
a product that actually does what it says it's going to do.
And it tastes good. And it tastes good. So I was like, I can't wait until she comes on the show so I could tell her this story. I wasn't going to tell anybody.
Well, now she told all of you guys. Now all of you guys know Michelle was 30 minutes outside of Philly with her shoes on the wrong feet and Wawa.
Not even like, I'm kind of glad they was high heels though, because I'm thinking like some people probably didn't notice because they was
That
heels.
lady definitely did.
Well,
that lady definitely knew that your shoes was on the wrong feet.
She did give you a good once over.
and she probably was like, oh, she's a little touched.
Right, she a little special.
She a little toe up.
Right, or she was way toe up.
In the middle of the day.
We love it there.
Yes, right. So being a woman, that's another thing that drew me to wanting you on here. I want to get more women on here because I feel like the pandemic, if anything, has allowed women to own it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they decided that they're going to do, we're owning it, we're stepping up to the plate. So how do you feel like being a business owner? What is some of the challenges, but what's so great about it as well?
So some of the challenges is like you gotta be ready to think on your toes. You have to be flexible. You can't you can have a plan, but you gotta be prepared to not adhere to that plan. You gotta be prepared to be flexible within that plan. And I feel that that's where a lot of people don't even start. Instead of even failing, they don't even start because they have a plan and they want to stick to a plan. It's like sometimes you give yourself a date. If you're ready or not, go do it. Have that courage. Have that willingness to be accepting of your own failures. Like if it doesn't go the way you want it, so what? At least you put your name out there. At least you put your, every opportunity to be out somewhere is an opportunity to network and talk to other people and bounce ideas off of other people so you're not so in your own head.
I think that is like one of the biggest things with starting something new, whether it's a business, whether it's a career. Like we kind of talk ourselves out of it or like downplay it. We're so scared to make that first step, but sometimes like that's all it takes. Did you have anyone in your corner like encouraging you, like because when it first came up, it probably might have sounded wow to other people. Like I'm gonna start this edible company, and we'll give you stuff. But did you have anyone who like or quotes or anything that?
My wife, she's like, if you're gonna do it, do it. You've been successful at everything else that you tried, so why don't you try this?
Amen.
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got 2 cancers on the show tonight. Okay.
And we twinning, look.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
us.
Team Pisces over here.
Look at us
Oh my
all
God,
watery.
Pisces.
Look at us all
Well,
watery
yeah, but
over
we
here.
are
Look at us all
all
watery
watery.
over here.
But it's just so refreshing and so great to see a woman doing her own thing.
Especially in this industry.
Yes.
Especially a brown woman, because as we know, systematically in the marijuana industry, most black people are in jail. They not out here with businesses. The people who are owning businesses right now are mostly white men.
Yes, like currently for us to even get licenses,
It's super hard.
it's super hard. I
Yes.
mean, they're asking for $100,000 of income on your income tax per person in order to even qualify to put the application in.
But you hear how racist that is? That in itself is racist. Asking for that type of equity to be able to open up a business.
Not even to open up the business.
To even be
apply.
qualified.
To apply.
Right.
And
I
then
heard
the money
you have to have so many assets.
and
Right.
then to apply, you have to have a bunch more money, about another $100,000 to apply, and that you might not get back. You know what I mean? You know you're not going to get back.
Right.
The crazy thing is, I feel like that's why it took so long for them to decide whether they were
That's
going to
exactly why
legalize
it
it,
took so long.
because they had to figure out ways to keep us boxed out of it. I wish I remembered this lady, because there is an African American woman. You probably can Google it. She actually helps minorities go towards getting their license and being able to do it, because it's a game changer. It's generational. It's a game changer.
Right.
Like they said when it was legalized in Denver, like overnight people became millionaires.
Right.
Like it literally something that a lot of our brothers and our sisters have been incarcerated. Still incarcerated
And come home and can't do anything.
and can't do anything. Now y'all legalize it, and we literally can change the whole makeup of our community.
The whole trajectory of what y'all been trying to do can change if we can find a way to get our foot in the door.
Absolutely. And sometimes it what's happening now, not even sometimes, it's what's happening now is we're being creative. We're figuring out ways so that we are making our own market, and we're doing
Creating
things
our
like
own lines.
doing events, private events and birthday parties, and just anything that we can put our names out there with, and then we can bring somebody else along with us and say, hey, this is somebody doing the same thing or doing something similar as us. We're not the only ones. We're spreading the love. We don't want to be the only company.
Right.
We
never been like that.
I want to bring
never been like
everybody
that.
with me.
Yeah, and that's I like that how I've seen you doing private parties and events, and I've seen you were just at Nikki's restaurant. How do you say that? I always
The Oasis and Sugar.
The Oasis and Sugar, and that's my favorite.
That's
place.
her favorite. She's there every Tuesday.
Not every Tuesday. I missed a couple Tuesdays, but yeah, that is one of my favorite spots to eat. But I liked how y'all linked up. You know what I mean? Like when we do stuff like that, it's like the money's generating throughout our community.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I love Nikki's spirit, because she does the same thing, and she knows that you have something, a product or something, she's trying to buy it, she's trying to support it. And I love that about High Maintenance. Now, you said you do private parties. Now, when you say a private party, like you'll come and you'll set up, or you'll cater?
We'll come. We're working our way to catering, but we'll come and set up a table. We'll sell our products. We'll have a full menu of all kind of items. We also, we'll do things at request, like if you need a birthday cake, or if you need infused dish. We just like a new product we just made is the infused macaroni and cheese, the Kraft macaroni and cheese, and the Cheeto macaroni and cheese. But those are infused.
Cause she trying to have people stuck on the couch like.
I mean, it's winter time.
Is it Monday?
I love it there.
That's a nice vacation. Like when you go, you know how you need a vacation from your vacation?
Right.
Okay,
I always
so
need a
when
vacation from my
when you
vacation.
come back from your vacation, that's a nice vacation snack to have.
Right.
Like, cause I'm
It's
not
nice
about to
and
leave
discreet.
from, yes, I'm not about to
Right.
leave for the couch
That's a comfort
for
food.
a couple days.
That's weed and comfort at the same time.
It's like it takes you right back to your childhood.
You know how I feel about macaroni and cheese, Michelle.
How every black person feels.
All I'm going to say is Michelle makes this vegan macaroni and cheese.
Ooh.
And it's vegan. What?
All right.
The vegan macaroni and cheese was better than the regular baked macaroni and cheese.
I need some Michelle.
It's not that serious.
It is that serious.
So, being though we are speaking about the products that she provides, we have some gifts here. We have some infused wine, and this is, what type of wine is this?
White sangria.
White, so she'll take the white.
Right. I like that.
And this is
A red sangria.
a red sangria, and these are infused wines, which I have never ever in my life had infused alcohol.
I have.
You have?
I have.
And did you like?
It might have. She might have been at that event.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In
And
the
then
city.
we have,
Yes, that was perfect.
That was yeah.
Yes.
I definitely had some then.
And we also had, this was another thing for those who didn't hear or whatever. I don't know if the camera was recording. I did go to Denver like 2 weeks ago. That was. I went to Denver. And that was one of the things that I really enjoyed was the pre-rolls, going inside of the dispensaries and being able to get a pre-roll. So we had pre-rolls here and different flowers. Ooh, she spoiled us. Oh my goodness. And it came, and I love that your logo is on there. Like, she really spoiled us. Oh, we are.
And I made sure the cameraman got some.
Yes, and the cameraman has it because the cameraman is a true pothead. That is so nice. I'm like when you go to Denver, someone had just posted too. Like they need to leak. They like it's a problem when you go to the dispensary and the dispensary looks like an Apple store, and we still got people incarcerated.
Right.
Like literally when I went in there, like it's all up against the wall. You got the thing in the middle and you got the people that walk around and ask you, what are you interested, what are you here for? And you describe to them. So that's something else that you do too. Like you can describe.
She helps people pick
I
out
was like,
what they need.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to a concert tonight and tomorrow I'm going to want to relax. So I would come to you and just say something like that. Like, I'm going to a concert tonight, Ashley, and I need to be on 1,000.
So at the concert, we will give you something that will keep you up and not bring you down. So you'll get something like a sativa, and that would be like a sour diesel or something that's like a hybrid that is sativa heavy, and that's like wedding cake or pretty much anything that says cookies, they're sativa dominant. And I will tell you that. And then for after the concert to relax, and, you know, your muscles are aching because you've probably been standing, dancing, then I'll give you something like an indica, something strong, like forbidden fruit is my favorite right now, and that just will knock you right on out and have you relaxed.
What do we have? What
I
do we
believe
have?
you have...
Oh, here, I'm sorry, Holly.
You could have left it in the bag.
Yeah. So what would
It's on
I?
that side.
Yeah, explain what
Oh,
we got
wedding
in here.
cake, yes.
Wedding cake. So what
So
am
these
I
are
doing?
sleep. These are sleep drugs.
What am I doing?
No, weed
What
is
am
not
I
a drug.
doing
I'm
tonight
sorry.
if I smoke this wedding?
You are going to watch a nice movie, most of it, but
Most of
probably
it.
fall asleep when it got good.
Okay, that's right up my alley. And is this the same type of?
No, actually, that is a blend of about 6 different flowers.
You heard that?
6 different flowers.
Now, because I didn't have an idea what the cameraman liked, so because I haven't met him. So what he has is a premium pre-roll, which is the pre-roll is dipped in wax and then rolled in keef.
That means
And-
he's gonna take 2 hits and he's gonna put it out.
And then we like to call them.
What will this make me do? I'm sorry.
You're gonna relax. You're gonna,
Okay.
and I think it's gonna take you a while to finish. So that's why you have the little glass jar to put it back in. It's nice and secure.
Okay.
But what we like to call those sizes is like those are the COVID-friendly buns.
Just for you.
It's just for you.
Right.
We have them in a 5-pack, and so you can have one.
You
Your
can
friend can have
right.
one, and then y'all have a session, and then no one
Nobody has to pass the blunt.
Cute. Listen, y'all, when my birthday comes up in February, you know how maintenance. I mean, I'm gonna get it on my own, but I'm just thinking about birthday. Like, these are cute birthday gifts for people that.
If you are a smoker and your friends are smokers and you're having a party, that is a dope parting gift.
Oh yes, yes. Oh, so many ideas.
Because of course, I mean, you can personalize this.
Yeah,
Really, like you can personalize this.
His is personalized.
Oh,
So
I
you
mean,
TJ, why do you know the special one?
What do you know
know?
about the cameraman that we don't know?
What I'm about to say.
Cause he get all the good treatment. But yeah, that is. I really.
I like this. This is really cute.
Yes, this is. I'm really impressed, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Now this probably will take me a long time because I'm not a heavy smoker like that.
I am.
Yeah, she is. They both are more.
I'll be awake and bake.
I'm like a.
But they are more
I'm smoking
so
the way to work.
than I am. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad. Now it seems like you can't even smell anything with that too.
When it's in the glass, yeah.
When it's in the glass,
And the glass
that's
keeps
nice.
it fresh.
And the glass keeps it fresh
Because it'll dry out if you leave it out. You don't want that. You want it to be when you come back, you want it to be hitting like how it hit the first time.
Yes. So do you have any upcoming events that anyone can go to?
So this weekend I am vending at the Halloween showcase, and that's hosted by Dirty Politics. And then
Where's that at?
I think that one's going to be in Philly,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And then we're going to be vending on Sunday here in Pleasantville at the Garden State Cannabis Club Fall Showcase, and that is going to be on 600 Delia Road.
Oh wow, I didn't know nothing about that. Now what type of event is
Well,
that?
a lot of those events are like, you don't know about them unless you know about them.
Well, it's an outdoor event, and Garden State Cannabis Club is charging $10 entry for it, but that $10 entry includes membership to the Cannabis Club, so and everything that comes with that, and you can reach out to them and get more information about that, and that's like their page is linked on the poster on my page.
And what I notice about those types of events is usually when you pay an entry fee, $10 fee, $15 fee, $20 fee, whatever, you usually get a blunt.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Edible,
An edible, a blunt, something.
If
you pay to get in, they usually give you something.
Yes.
Oh,
But
my
a lot of
goodness.
these events, like I never heard of this, but I've been to a couple of events that have been quote unquote underground events that are invite only. That of course you can't talk about them. You can't tell people that you're going. And you don't know where you're going until
Your events
you
are
pay.
like that sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Right, until you pay to get into the event. But I mean, it is what it is. It's a secret society right now.
That's all. High maintenance society.
High maintenance society.
And,
Right.
but I like that though, to be honest with
It's
you.
a lot of exclusivity, and it makes it, I feel like it makes it safer. And because I know people that will ask me like, well, where's the event? We'll pay the money and they'll tell you where the event is. And they're like, well, listen, if you buy weed on the street, you don't ask
all these
questions. You just call the person, you meet them, and you give them the money. That's it. So why are you?
But now you have high maintenance, and you can get a breakdown of
right.
Yeah.
And then like she said at these events, that's where I had infused Hennessy. I think at one of it was infused Hennessy, and I was like, I got like the last. I was fucked up. And literally, no, seriously, I think I'm dead serious. I'm pretty sure it was you, and you was like, it's not even nothing in here, and you was like, I was like, yeah, but I want that little bit, and I'll just pay whatever you want me to pay for it because it was like $10 a cup, and you was like, this is not even a full cup though, and you still gave it to me.
Pothead like her was like, listen,
I wanted it.
I need this. If I like, you don't even drink Henny.
I don't, but I drunk that. It was good too.
But I do an infused Casamigos, so.
I'm not really Casamigos.
So
I'm
what
more like a Patron.
Oh, you
like a Patron?
I do Patron too. I do Patron.
I'm like a Patron.
I do Patron as well.
Ooh, so we can go buy a bottle of Patron, give it to you, and then
you gonna do what you do.
Yep.
Oh. So how did you become educated? Because everybody is not like, just because like you said, you call your weed man, you'll be like, oh, I got some goods, I got something.
I said they got good weed.
Yeah, everybody says it, but to be able to know the difference, like
and the strains
and the flowers
and what they do, how they help.
How did that come about?
So first it started because I became a master gardener through the Rutgers Master Gardeners Extension.
Master gardener.
And then from there,
the Master's Garden Extension.
Yeah, there's Rutgers has a class every year, and it's like intense. Like it's 12 weeks, and at the end you become a certified master gardener, and you get like
she's like living my life.
You get like lessons from like all these professors and scientists that are in the field of the study that you're like studying that week. So it was really great. Like I loved it. I didn't miss a day.
Hey, girl.
So it
not girl, queen. Go ahead.
Thank you. So it started with that, and that's when I started learning about different strands. Because I was a smoker, but I didn't know anything. I was just smoking, and so that's when I started learning about strands and strains and how to cultivate a plant, what you need and what to look for when a plant is healthy and viable to smoke. And so from there, I was like, wait, I'm tired of getting gypped. What is this? And with the quality of flower I was getting was crap and compared to what I'm reading and learning about, and it
things that you didn't even know existed.
Yes, like trichomes. I knew what a trichome was, but I didn't know the importance of it until I took it. So that's where basically all the THC is being delivered to you on. It's basically marijuana sap, and it's what makes it sticky when you touch it. Those are trichomes, and that's like so you're getting on a marijuana plant or a cannabis plant, right? Because that's the
politically correct term.
The PC term is cannabis now. So on the cannabis plant, what we're consuming is the cannabis flower. And trichomes are part of the network on the plant that, one, delivers the THC. Two, it helps with the pollination of the plant. So when bees jump on it, it's sticky, and the pollen sticks to the bee, and the bee goes on and pollinates the next plant. And so that just is that's all in the genetics of the plant. But it also is a great indicator of when the plant's ready. So when you want to pull the plant from the ground is when it's kind of milky white, and when it cures, it turns an amber color. The darker but when it turns completely dark, that plant is now stale. And that's what we were getting.
That's where you get that dry ass weed. That's how you get some dry ass weed.
You want that amber colored trichomes, and when you look at it, it looks kind of.
It has the crystals on it.
Those crystals are the trichomes.
You can see them with the naked eye, but then when you look at with them under,
Yes.
She's talking about language. When you look at them underneath of the magnifying glass, you got a little glassy glass. That's when you can start see all the hairs in it.
Yes.
You can start seeing all the crystals on top of it, and that's the weed that you want. You don't want the weed that's dry and crispy. Nobody wants crispy ass weed.
No, we only want crispy chicken.
That's right. I like my weed. I like my weed when I touch my fingers together, like they're like doing one of these. They're doing one of these.
You're a forbidden fruit kind of girl.
Yes.
Oh,
Lord,
I got a vape. You want to hit the vape?
breaking it all down, all the way down.
See, this is crazy. The thing is with me about weed, my sister who graduated from Stockton in 2001, my oldest sister, her senior thesis was on why weed should be legalized, and this was in 2001. My sister does the same thing, but she doesn't live here. She lives in D.C. She's been making infused butters and cakes and snacks and shit since 2001, and she's been talking about the health benefits of marijuana and how the different strains, the same thing on how it has an effect on your body. And now the same thing, now that it's coming to the forefront where brown people are actually having a chance to come to the forefront of this business and make money off of it. I'm really happy for this. I mean, it's 20 years later that she's been talking about it, but thank God that it's brown women in the position.
When we're out of prison and stuff. But now you said you went to the class, you took 12 weeks, and that's what...
Yeah, it triggered, it just triggered the avalanche of learning. Like, I just kept seeking more knowledge. Like, what if I did this? How can I... It started as, like, how can I grow a plant and not let it die? That's where it started.
Right.
And then it grew into what a quality plant looks like. And I'm not growing anything right now per se, but my house has now turned into a jungle. I have every type of plant possible.
And I just read an article, which I have two snake plants. I have these two big plants. I have a money tree plant. But I just read an article about how important it is to keep plants in your home, how it cleans the air, how certain plants can lift up your spirit, and how talking to your plants not only benefit them but benefits you, like all of that. So I aspire to be someone like I always get the plants where all you gotta really do is water them and just give them sun. Because if I really gotta take care of it, they won't die.
Do you? I have a question. Do y'all plants know that they black?
Yes.
All right.
If you want, I'll have my daughter send you a picture of one of our newest plants, who I went to water it in the sink, so I had nothing in the sink. There was nothing in the sink. Dishes was out of the sink. When I came back to get this plant out of the sink, a couple of hours later, after I let it drain, I hang it back up. There was a knife sitting in it, and I have left that knife there. So this is a dangerous plant.
Right. I always say to people, do you know that do your plants know that they're black? Because my plants definitely know that they're black.
I mean, I got a big ass tribute to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, so they know that they black.
So I think they know they black. They
I'm like, is y'all thirsty?
Right. They like Jesus is black in this house.
My plants literally will wilt if I don't play enough music in my house. Like, I guess because they're used to me playing music all the time in my house. When I don't play music, my plants be a little bit, we don't love it here right now.
So we're going to take a 5-minute break. Not 5 minutes, 2 minutes so I can go to the bathroom. And we're going to jump into our last impressions. Thank you guys if you're there. If you're not, whatever. I'm sorry.